Today we're heading down the Channel Highway on our way to Woodbridge. Nestled on the banks of the D'Entrecasteaux Channel, Woodbridge is a 35-minute drive south of Hobart. In 2022, Woodbridge, originally known as Peppermint Bay, celebrated its 175th year since settlement in 1847. And of course the region has been inhabited for way longer than the 175 years. First Nations people walked on and lived off this land for over 45,000 years, long before European settlers turned up. Telling the complete history of the region was important to this community and led to many years of planning for a fitting project that would bring together the natural beauty of the area with the important stories to be shared with locals and visitors alike. So that's why we're here today in the picturesque village of Woodbridge to take a closer look at this recently opened community initiative. Welcome to Potter's Corner Memorial Park. The park is located adjacent to the Anglican Church of St Simon and St Jude that was built in 1885. The park's name is in recognition of the Potter family, who were early settlers in Woodbridge, with Michael Potter Sr., the church warden, donating the land on which the church was built. The park itself is sited on the property made available to the community through the generosity of local philanthropists Bruce and Penny Neal. An initiative of the Woodbridge Community Association, Potter's Corner was formally opened with a community event in October of 2022, coinciding with the celebration of Woodbridge's 175th anniversary. The project itself was made possible by financial grants from government and other organisations, along with donations and in-kind support. A team of dedicated community volunteers gave so much of their time to establish the park and continue to maintain this beautiful community asset. As you stroll around the park, you will find a series of interpretive panels that relate in words and images the history of the South Channel region, which extends from Oyster Cove in the north to Gordon in the south. The panels that dot the path cover the geological past since the last ice age, Aboriginal history, European colonisation and the convict period, the development of industry and agriculture, community life, the devastating impact of bushfires on the region, and the long-lasting sorrow and loss that wars have brought to this community and its families. A very important element of the park's development was the design and installation of a memorial wall and plaques that commemorate those who served in overseas conflicts, some of whom never returned to their families, and to acknowledge those that stayed behind to keep farms, businesses, families, and communities going. I spoke about the War Memorial installation at the formal opening with Peter Leshen, the Potter's Corner Memorial Park project manager, and I asked him about the planning, design and construction of the park and the memorial wall.
Yes, so when we first started planning this park, the intention was to put up a memorial wall, and our original idea was that it would be the usual plaques with lists of names, as you find in most war memorials. But it became apparent that there was just no way that we could identify the right names from the South Channel to put on a memorial wall. We would just miss. So we had to come up with a different idea. And I was visiting Penguin, and I saw a memorial up there which had the service crests on, and I thought they were rather beautiful. So I thought that was an obvious inclusion. And then we felt the need for a couple of artwork plaques. So the right-hand plaque there, lest we forget, has got a list of all the conflicts going right back to the Sudan in the 19th century. All the conflicts that Australian troops and peacekeepers have been involved in, and we included some images to reflect the participation of Navy, Army, Air Force, and also to provide some chronological imagery, i.e. the soldiers are from the First World War. HMAS Sydney, of course, was lost in 1941 with all 645 hands. A RAF Spitfire, which operated out of the north of Australia, and Vietnam, an Iroquois helicopter. And then to bring it home to the South Channel, the second plaque, we've got images of 7 local servicemen who have served in different conflicts going right back to the Boer War with Arthur Potter, and just some words to commemorate their service. We didn't put names on them because we wanted them to be representative of all the people who went, not just to highlight particular individuals. So that's really the genesis of this wall, and of course your efforts in taking the images and putting them in a form,
great project,
so that Avalon could actually produce the plaques. And I think they've worked quite beautifully.
Come out beautifully. So all in all, Peter, I mean, we just had the opening of the Potter's Corner Memorial Park. Is that what it's been called?
Yes,
Memorial
Potter's
Park?
Corner Memorial Park.
This morning, and we've had a look around at the panels. It's been a project that you said in your speech a long time in the making. How are you feeling about today?
I'm rather pleased that we have formally opened the park, but of course, you know, the end of the beginning. It's now a park that will continue to evolve. New features will be put in. We've got to keep the
What other plans have you got?
Well, the main, probably the main initiative at the moment is not specifically WCA actually, but it's to put a lich gate in down as a formal entrance to the church. So think English churchyard, the kind of entrance to an English churchyard, that kind of structure, but done to mirror the structure of the church. So that'll be a lovely feature.
That'll be nice.
And maybe we'll put in more seating, tables, that kind of thing. And of course we'll see how the plantings grow. That will change as time goes on.
And little things like the silvering of the fences and such like that. I think it's going to mature quite nicely, isn't it? It is. That's great. Well, thank you very much, Peter.
A pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Phil.
In early 2023, the new entrance to the church was completed. As Peter envisaged, the addition of the lich gate has now made for a charming feature to complement the church. It is sure to make the church a sought-after venue for weddings and other celebrations, with a recent wedding taking advantage of this beautiful backdrop. Maybe it could be the perfect location for your upcoming nuptials. So when you're heading down the Channel Highway to Woodbridge, be sure to call in to Potter's Corner Memorial Park and take the time to stop, relax, read the panels and enjoy the park, and of course the wonderful views in this beautiful part of Tassie. You could even bring a picnic with you.